Well, what's up, bro? How you doing today?
You come from somewhere cold?
Man, just thinking about New York, I just always dress
Gentlemen,
for it.
whoa, Air Trainer 1 shining. You looking like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Trainer 1s.
You can't be serious. Get out of here, kid.
What do you mean?
He's been on a run with worst takes.
But yeah, man.
Looking jacked up. You look like DJ Jazzy Jeff or something.
What? Dude, get out of here.
No.
Nope, we gotta go.
No.
Jesus. Close the door, man.
I will not be treated like this.
Get out of here.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Okay, I have a funny one this time.
That's a full size. That's a full size. She want every color. That's a full size.
Hello to every single member of the FS Army watching across the world. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne, and the BD stands for Band-Aid, even though I'm not wearing any right now.
I'm not Welty.
James.
And we have with us here today DJ Jazzy Jeff. He is a legendary DJ. You may know his face from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You may know him from the Bel-Air podcast.
Yeah.
And he is a man who is serious about his sneakers. Jeff,
Yeah.
welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be here, man. Hopefully you guys can help me with my problem.
This is like the opposite of rehab if you're into sneakers.
I mean, listen, sometimes, you know how they say sometimes you got to jump in
Yeah.
to recover.
We're jumping
gotta
in.
admit,
We're
first of
diving
all,
in.
Yeah,
what's your issue
exactly.
We're going to talk about your sneaker history. The first thing we want to talk about, though, the shoes everybody has on feet. So, Welty, please tell us what you're wearing.
We had DJ Jazzy Jeff here.
Woo.
No other way to celebrate it than with
awesome.
Lecoq Sportif,
All right.
Sivas de Calzo collaboration.
Boom, new dad sock alert. I wanted to wear a GR. I really like this GR. People are very used to me wearing, obviously, all different type of hype shoes. But these SP Trainer ones, coriander colorway, I just like it. And I think that it's totally fine to wear GRs, guys. Slander me if you want, but they look really good with the new dad socks.
I love
Have
that.
fun.
Listen, I just got some Nike Reacts because I had to do a lot of walking today, so I really wanted to pick comfort over style, even though these are style and comfort.
Right, where the Venn diagram meets.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
it.
You
Right
walking
in the
around
middle.
Times Square?
Yeah.
I got some Jordans on. People don't often see me in Jordans, but I got the Concords on. Had a little dust up, but I'm back like Jordan wearing the 4.5, so.
Yeah, with you.
Jeff, you said you've bought a lot of sneakers over the years, but what's your most regrettable sneaker purchase you ever made?
It would probably be the Marvel comic Bapes.
Why?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Didn't hold up?
no.
Yeah.
Which one did you have?
I had them all.
What do you mean one?
Listen, I said that I'm recovery. I'm in recovery.
Like the Silver Surfer Babes from there were like so classic to me, like the purple and blue.
Yeah,
Like,
they just didn't hold up well.
You mean it from like wearing them and then they crack really crazy hold up, or you just didn't feel like they aged appropriately?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Because all of them are still in the pack except one. So when the one didn't hold up, I decided to just leave the other ones in the
Right.
pack.
Which one did you wear?
The Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Sling some web. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk sneaker news. The first piece of sneaker news we want to discuss is this, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Balenciaga Adidas Triple S collaboration. I hate this shoe. I feel like this was way too late and should not exist. The Triple S.
What about putting your energy at the top?
S stands for shit in this instance. Jeff, do you like the designer sneakers at all?
On occasions.
Okay. Which occasions? Where are we going in the designer shoes? Weddings?
Yes.
Yeah.
are you going anywhere in these though?
No.
What's your go-to designer shoe?
You know what's crazy is I am the traditional old school back in the day
Bally's.
Gucci high top
Okay.
Okay.
from Lenox Mall, Gucci store, green with the red. Like,
Yeah, these are really bad. It looks like, I mean, like I said before, it looks like something you'd buy on like a vacation to Bulgaria. Like it looks like it should come with like 4 stripes on it. It should say Adibas across the tongue. Like these look just like fake, right?
Okay.
I
So this is
Still
what I
surprised.
want to say, because you guys have been bashing these ever since I wore them 15 years ago.
You like these?
Well, let me say this. I'm more about why is it still here? For at the end of the day, this is a business. It's not about always our personal liking. This shoe keeps coming back, and brands that we both respect. You're an Adidas guy.
The Adidas guy,
you're,
arguably.
you're the Adidas guy.
Yeah, and I don't
per
like
se. And you definitely hold the right to not like this shoe. But your guys at Adidas decided to put their classic, most classic silhouette on this classic Balenciaga. It's for somebody. It's for somebody because
I don't
money
wanna know that
talk,
person.
bullshit walk. You know
None of my friends.
So, okay.
Next bit of sneaker news, a shoe that may be after Jeff's heart.
Ooh.
Nike SB Dunk Low Phillies. Not sure if it's an official collaboration, but
It should be.
on the inside of the tongues, there's a cheesesteak on one side. I heard you don't eat cheese, but
Listen,
And
I have a virgin cheesesteak
and then there's the Liberty Bell on the other tongue. Are these talking to you, Jeff?
all day. All day with the gum soles.
That
all
gum
day.
sole is crazy.
You said virgin cheesesteak?
Yeah, that's no cheese.
That's
like
okay?
A virgin rum and coke.
They allow that?
I've ordered it.
You got like a Mike Schmidt like jersey with this or something?
Oh yeah. I actually have a Jeff Phillies jersey.
Oh yeah.
So that, yeah.
I love that.
I already have the outfit for that already.
Laid it out.
Yeah. I'm good.
These don't do anything for me. I don't know anything about baseball, but a little tip. I think there's a Dodgers pair coming and a Giants pair as well. So I guess be on the lookout for those.
We're interested to see what other color laces they put with them. If they did like a pinstripe type of lace to throw in there, that might be okay. But moving forward, my brother Jeff, we know so many things about you from being on screen for so long and being the legendary man that you are. When it comes to sneakers, that thing that has had a hold on you your whole life, when did it first start? What's your first sneaker memory?
I know it started, my mom got me a pair of Puma Super Basket high top leather.
Sheesh.
Like I might have been in the 6th grade and I was the only person that had them. And I got so much
Love, attention.
that I was just, I was like, okay, I like this. It was funny, like with Will and I, as Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, we used to get handled by Nike Music.
Okay.
Once he got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, we got handled by Nike Television. And I remember when he called me and he was like, yo, TV is way different than music. When I got the box from TV, it was like 25 pairs of sneakers instead of the one. And what actually happened is they would give me the sneakers, and I like to call it Easter Sunday mentality. You only bust out the heat on Easter Sunday.
Special times.
I would take the box and I would wear one pair on a show and take them home, and I would, in my brain, say I'm only gonna rock these on special occasions.
Right.
But I never did. So I ended up looking up one day, maybe 4 years later,
Had a couple
and I
hundred
got
pairs
100
stashed.
pair of first run Jordans because they would give them to you to wear on the show first. And I was like, oh snap, I think I'm a collector. I think I,
got something
fell
here.
into this.
Okay.
So when you saw those shoes, had you ever seen them before? Or was it like the first time ever seeing that?
Yeah,
like Jordan
yeah.
3?
Like they would give them to you 3 months before they came out because
That's
what
so
they
crazy.
wanted someone on television to wear them first.
Right.
And I was kind of like, yo, man, I'll take these, put these home, wait for Easter Sunday.
Were you comparing it at the time when there was like other shows like Seinfeld that had like the Nike connection
No.
and whatnot? Were you like, oh, they're getting different stuff than we are? Or?
Well, you know what I think? I think Fresh Prince was so young and fresh at the time that we were like the show that they would give the sneakers to.
You feel like Nike was giving you guys
y'all
priority?
were the main
Yeah, we were,
culture
and I
pushers.
didn't realize that when you did television, a lot of times they would block the sneakers out. And I'll never forget doing Arsenio Hall one time, and he asked me a question, and I put my feet on the couch, and I had the Jordan logo under the bottom, and Jordan sent me like 20 pairs of sneaks.
They're like, thank you. That's $2 million
Yeah,
in
like,
free
I was like,
advertising.
yo,
Did they blur out the logo?
No.
Okay, you got away with
they
it.
blared out the logo on the sneak.
Yeah.
They didn't expect me to do that.
Did Michael Jordan sign any of the shoes and send them to you, or no?
Not yet.
But before all the Nike and the Jordan connects, I want to take it back to the 80s. Run DMC helped make Adidas huge in hip hop, and then you and Will had the connection with Lecoq. Tell us about that.
Lecoq Sportif,
Aless, right? Your manager called them up basically and
yeah.
said, let's make this happen?
Philly was a very interesting place. Philly, everybody dressed in Philly. Like you had a Fila suit from head to toe. You had the matching Filas, the socks.
Right.
Alessa, we would rock Lecoq Sportif. And it was he just had the foresight one day to pick up the phone and say, hey, I manage Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince and we wear your stuff.
We're not
And
doing
they
this
were
shit for free anymore.
Come up to the warehouse and get whatever you want. And it was like, okay, we went up in 2 trucks and bought a whole bunch of stuff. And I actually got stopped by the cops on the way back, and it was full of Lecoq Sportif stuff. And I was like, this does not look good. But thank God I used to keep an album cover underneath my seat, and I pulled it out, and Will and I had the Lecoq Sportif sweatsuit on.
Wait, did they question you about the shoes?
Oh, of course.
Did you break them off?
No.
Here you go, officer.
I was just like, listen, this is, you know, we're doing a deal.
Right.
And they were like, oh, snap, I know you guys. All right, you can go.
That worked out.
You mentioned, you know, the getting the shoes from the Fresh Prince era and from Nike. Do you still have any of those shoes, like in the?
Every last one of them. I think I'm a collector. I said I'm recovering, man. It's, you know.
The recovery isn't going so well.
They're in bins. Thank God I have a house that I have a room that I can put them in storage. But I have every last one.
You have all these shoes that are like, you know, things that you could put at auction houses or put on eBay or whatever. Have you ever resold any of those sneakers?
No. I had a guy from Japan come in and look at my sneaks and offered me a lot of money.
How much money, Jeff?
It was a lot of money.
Jeff.
It was
6 figures?
Oh, no, way more than 100. But what happened was my son at the time looked at me and said, Dad, can you hold me about 3 pair when I get to your size that I can have? And I felt bad. I was like, no, I'm not selling these now. And especially because I'm a little bit, you know, me being a little bit older, I am not wearing the pink and gray Bapes anymore.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like, so
I graduated.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna sell them. So now they're still there.
Okay.
All right.
When it comes to our brother Will, you know, when he decided to go no laces in the Jordan 5s, it feels like a big moment because we talk about it as a big moment. But in the first time he ever did it, how was it for you guys? Like, what caused it? And then how was the reaction in that time, in the very moment?
Well, you know what's funny? Is like we came up in the Run DMC era when they pulled the laces out of the Adidas. Now, we didn't understand that, but it was kind of like, yo, Run DMC are fly. They pulled their laces out of Adidas. I think I'm going to do the same thing. And I think what
it just felt natural to do.
Yeah, it was just really natural for him.
It probably came with no laces in it, and it was like,
And
don't
he
even
just-
lace it.
I'm not- yeah.
Just go like that.
Yeah, just put them on.
I feel it.
Did he convince you to wear your Jordans like that too, or?
No, I mean, I looked and I saw it, and I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the right time, you know, to do it. But, you know, we didn't really understand the impact of the show on pop culture.
Right.
Right.
Or even how many shoes you're helping sell. Like, if you knew at the time,
never
you know,
in a million
seeing those
years.
on the TV screen, what that would do to millions of kids.
Yeah.
Did they ever give you numbers from Nike or anything about like the sales spikes?
No, they just, you know what it is? They just keep sending you stuff.
They don't want you
Like
to know.
you kind of know
That you're
something
doing
is
something
going
right.
on
Yeah.
because you keep.
Do you feel like they should have like compensated you though for the influence?
Nah, not really. I mean, I get it. You know, they use the popularity of the show, you know, to kind of sell some sneaks. But I almost looked at it like it was an even exchange because I hadn't bought sneakers in 20 years.
It's a good feeling.
Was there ever a shoe that you received that Will didn't receive?
There was a couple of those that we got the box at the same time, and I realized that the Fresh Prince box was a little bit different than the Jeff box.
Right,
and I was just like, oh man, those are nice.
I see how this is.
I didn't get those. You know what's funny? Will's not a big sneaker guy.
Right.
Like, he's not a big sneaker guy. He loves nice stuff, but he's not going to seek it out. Like, I don't think
He wasn't
Will
obsessed
has
like you.
ever went sneaker shopping.
He opened the case up right there.
Okay,
You can rock some of that.
definitely a good one.
Oh, there you go. That's them right there. You can't be mad at that. We're gonna leave something for some other people.
You're right.
It's so crazy though because when we talk about like sneakers pop culturally, he's like one of the like on one hand like one of the most iconic.
But that was all of us around him. There were so many times that I would come out and he would, yo, what are those? The stylist would just go and get them.
I think about one of those other iconic moments from the show is Will wearing the Jordan 11s in that last scene. Was that a planned out thing?
No, that was just
What was in the box?
What was coming out that
like
year?
you used to walk in his dressing room and it would just be hundreds of sneakers that he would wear them. They would stay on the set, you know. And see, that's the thing with me. I'm kind of like, man, you give me these. These are going in my
I'm
bag,
leaving.
and we were going home together.
Right.
And they would just be in his room, and then the end of the year, he would just go home, and people would just go in his room and take the shoes. And I'm like,
they would just clear out the.
Yeah, it's like
That's crazy.
he just left them. He just
Don't
left
do that
them.
at my desk.
No.
Stay away from my desk.
Speaking of the impact, you know, the show had. Jordan ended up doing Fresh Prince. They did the Bel-Air 5s.
Yes.
Will ended up doing the gold pair.
Yes.
Trinidad James.
Yes.
Got a pair. Do you have all of those Air
last one of
Jordans?
them. Every last
Amen.
one of them.
It's only right.
That is the one thing when the box comes and you open it, you just like, yo. That was really big. I know Will and Mike are really tight. But like I said, because Will's not a sneaker guy, I don't think Will would have ever brought that up to him. Like, yo, we should do. So when it came out, like, yo, Jordan is doing a Bel-Air Jordan. I'm like, what?
I'm in there.
If I'm not mistaken, it was maybe one or two. One, I think, it was one that I know some people had.
There's the gray
and then
one.
there was one that we got that I was kind of like, I don't see too many people with this one.
Right.
Do those like rank higher for you, like out of like, like nostalgic than just like other sneakers in your collection?
You know what's funny? I want to say maybe about 4 years ago, Will and I did 2 shows. We did a really big show in Croatia and a really big show in Blackpool in the UK. And I wore them. That was the only time that I wore them.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Exactly. You mentioned going all around the world looking for sneakers, and I want to know a little bit more about Sneaker Street in Hong Kong, because that's such a special place for people that don't know. Almost a mythical destination.
It's not the same.
Yeah. What was it like the first time you
Oh
went?
my God. It was probably a good 15 blocks, and it was all boutiques.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Mom and pops.
every one that you go into had different sneaks.
Dunks, Air Force Ones.
So it was like, it was amazing,
Did you
And
go
it's just
crazy the
shot.
first time you went?
Oh man, we
came home with 100 pairs?
It really got to the point that I started planning those tours around,
Tell your manager, I need to be in Hong
those
Kong.
tours around those. And there was something that I realized. Hong Kong was a destination that you could go to the post office, take some of your dirty clothes, put them in a box, put all of the new sneakers you bought in a box, write dirty clothes on it, put your address, pay $135,
not get hit with customs
and
on
it
it?
ended up in your house in 3 days.
They're going to send you a bill after they see
So
this.
understand, traveling around like that, I know the places that you don't ever send anything from because you will never see it.
Right.
And Hong Kong wasn't that.
What's one of the places that you never
Oh,
see
Bangkok.
Okay.
Oh,
Forget
Bangkok.
about it.
No, Thailand in general. I'm not trying to come through customs with 19, 20 pairs of sneakers.
They're not going for it.
Because they don't, trying to explain to them
It's like the cops back in Philly. They'll be like,
these are
"What is
all
going on
mine.
here?"
Like 19, 20 pairs of sneakers, you selling them. I'm like, no, these are all mine. This was pre-sneaker culture explosion.
Right.
Yeah.
Once it exploded, we went to Sneaker Street, and it was almost like one person owns all of the sneaker stores, and it was the exact same thing in every store.
Homogenous, right?
And then you had the boutiques. You never would go to Australia and go into a sneaker boutique. You go in Australia, you go in Foot Locker.
You get like
because the
Air
stuff
Max-
they have is
Foot
totally
Locker.
different from the
Their
stuff we
sneaker
get.
boutique are selling what we got.
Right.
So now you're picking up sneaks and you're like, okay, this is $2,700. Okay, y'all know now.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all know, okay, it's the game
It's
is
over. It's over.
Yeah.
Got it. So, now you created a monster, would you say, with your son Corey?
Yeah.
Do you think that, does he keep you on your toes still with shoes, or is it a competition in the house? Like,
No, it's not a competition. What I think is funny, like I'll pull out my Concords,
Right.
and he'll look at me and go, damn, Pop, I see you. And I'm sitting there like, Joker, I know Jordan. I had the first ones. You got the reissue. You wasn't even born when they came. You trying to school me.
Right.
Wait a minute.
So
Jeff, didn't somebody mess up your Didn't somebody spill a beverage on your Jordan 11s? What happened there?
Tell me about it.
We were at some kind of a function and somebody had some red wine
Not red
and
wine.
kind of laughed and went over.
It's the wrong kind of Bordeaux.
Yeah, and that didn't come out. That didn't come out. So
Red
I
wine.
still have one brand new one.
Well, you said you know Jordan. Do you have any memorable stories of meeting Michael Jordan, or?
Oh yeah, like I remember when the NBA started doing the Stay in School Jams, the very first Stay in School Jam, Will hosted, because it was, I want to say, second year of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We were all on the floor, before he was getting briefed, and we shooting around, and somebody was like, yo, Michael Jordan is gonna come in a second and be briefed, and him and Will are gonna come out. So I'm shooting, and I grabbed the ball, and I looked at the ball, and I was just sitting like, Michael Jordan's getting ready to come out. And I got a ball in my hand. So I just took it under my arm, And as we walk back into the room, we're all sitting there. I got a Sharpie. I'm ready. And Mike walks in, hey, what's going on? You know, daps everybody up, and they're talking, we're gonna do this. So I said, Mike, can you sign this ball for me? And Will was like, I can't believe you doing this shit. Yo, how you gonna just take a ball from the NBA All-Star game? And I was like, never mind. And Mike walked out, and Will looked at me and said, I can't believe you let me talk you out of that shit. I was so mad. He was like, yo, that was such a genius idea.
Oh, no.
I was just mad.
Wait, do you still kick yourself over?
Oh, 100%.
Will was just trying to look good in front of Mike.
He was like, I can't believe you let me talk you out of that.
He will fire you up off a bridge.
Hey, Jeff, every single week here on the show, we punish someone in the worst take section for something terrible they said last week, as decided by the YouTube commenters. We make them switch out their shoes for something awful. This week, it is me, I guess, for that grade 5 comparison. Well, I'm not playing any basketball either, but I still think this is a drip. Cool colorway. This is almost like a grade 5 for kids, you know what I mean? I feel like this could be the new generation's version of that in a way.
No.
Okay, kill me in the comments.
Phil, get some more Aldos. I'm happy you're still alive, man.
Just give me the shoes.
Gee whiz.
These are
put
the
those on for
Supermos.
Word.
Super mode. They're light.
They always match your outfit.
You have that going for them.
How do the worst shoes always do the best on you? Legendary mode. So my brother Jeff, we also do a segment on the show. It's called Drip, Flip, or Skip. Drip meaning it looks good. Flip meaning you resell it. Skip meaning you don't rock with it at all. Our first sneaker in Drip, Flip, or Skip is going to be the Air Jordan 3 Moslin. I will start with you. You are a Jordan man.
Drip, 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 drip.
Okay. What is your favorite Jordan model, by the way?
The ones that he had to take off.
Okay.
You said these are called the Muslims?
Moslin. No, sir.
Oh, alhamdulillah. All right, I still like these anyway. It's a drip.
Okay.
I actually think the colorway on this is pretty nice. I also like those Neapolitan women's ones that are coming out. They're kind of similar, but it kills me that it doesn't have the Nike Air on the back. I know
this one.
Yeah, they're a little saker with it, so it's a skip on that part, but the colorway's nice.
This guy right here, he is not loyal to his decision.
I don't know.
Gotta love him. It's interesting. This is one of those shoes. Actually, it's a skip. The reason why it's a skip is because I'd rather get another pair of Amamaniers.
Okay, this feels like a stand-in. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to say it's a poor man's.
With the Nike Air on the back.
Moving forward, shoe number 2, we got a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger times Reebok Answer. Lord Zed. Bachboy Brendan, BBB.
You know what? I was a big Power Rangers fan when I was 7 years old, but I am 32 years old. So this sneaker is a skip.
All right.
You into the Iversons at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not those.
Which was the Answers? The first?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I got to stop for a second to ask this because you went through the real Jordan phase.
Yeah.
Here's Jordan. Here's his first shoes.
Yep.
Here's the best black man flying in the air.
Yes.
Now we move forward a decade or so later, and here comes this young man from Georgetown, from Virginia.
In your hometown.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first day that he got to Philly and I saw him in the club and he walked up to me and he dapped me up and was just like, yo, I'm so happy to be in your city.
I love that.
And I was like, yo, he just took, like that
Did
was.
his Reeboks have the city on fire?
Oh, they had everybody. I remember his Reeboks came out when the All-Star game was in Cleveland. And I remember going out there with them because he, I think Allen made sure that Philly had a abundant stock. So everybody in Philly just came out with the blue ones, and everybody in Cleveland was just like, how'd y'all get those?
And I'm sure you were getting them for free anyways.
I was trying. I was trying. I didn't have my
was
Reebok
rivaling Jordans in Philly.
Yes,
it was safe to say.
100%.
I feel like there's a huge cutoff on like the age where like you can like things that like are things that you liked when you were a kid. Come on, like you're gonna go outside with Power Ranger shoes on, like you can't do it anymore. Like once you're over like the age of like 23, it's like
it's official.
Chop it off. It's done.
Okay.
Skip.
I'm skipping.
Okay. I don't know who this is for.
It kind of looks like a high fashion shoe though, in a weird way.
It honestly
Definitely
takes
in a
me
weird
back
way.
it takes me back to street ball. It feels like a street ball shoe, like And One.
Yep.
Those kinds of guys, you know what I'm saying? Like the hot sauces and the white chocolates.
The professor.
Professor, my
FSR
boy.
alum.
Yes, sir. That's why I accept this shoe. on the court, street ball style. But I'm still gonna skip it for me myself. Moving forward in shoes, we got, Air Max Day is upon us. Air Max 1, La Ville Lumière. Hopefully I'm not wrong there, because I'm gonna have to deal with it.
I love Air Max 1s. Air Max Day feels forced sometimes, but this looks like a beautiful shoe. It's a drip.
I like this a lot. It's, I think, tying back to the Parisian connections of the Air Max 1. And one time I actually spent the night in front of the Eiffel Tower during the World Cup of Rugby in France. And there was a gigantic inflatable rugby ball sitting right in front of us. But that's a story for another day. It's a drip.
All right.
It is 100% a drip.
I respect that. What's it called? This is a flip for me.
You don't like these?
I don't think it's not about not liking it. It's just
We're going to Paris. You're not coming.
I'm going to be there. But I just don't think that I need it. I have realized that I've become very, very picky this 2022. Almost like my brother Jeff here, I've bought a lot of shoes. Not even on the give me mode. I have bought with my own working money. Bro, I got everything from so many different, I got my own shoe. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
You just had to throw that in.
that worked out. It worked out. It worked
Don't
out.
forget.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm just a little
Damn
picky.
son.
So I'd rather somebody, like we always say, who really wants the shoe.
Yeah.
Why would I take that from them?
Okay.
My brother Jeff, we also do outfits on this show and this segment, and there's no better outfits to do than DJ Jazzy Jeff outfit number 1. Talk to me.
That was my Alessi sweatsuit. That takes me back.
How does that feel when you see this, everything you've been through, but when you see this, what's the first thoughts that come to your mind?
That this was the flyest thing in the world at this time.
The pinnacle.
Like everybody,
Right. This is what it is.
This is what it,
This is the NBA logo for Drip.
That was it.
Right.
I think this was an album cover shoot that we did for Jive Records. This is probably one of 1,000 shots that we took. I had this outfit on. There's a shot that I am actually on his back. Yeah, my glasses was a little big, but.
I must ask you then, drip, flip, or skip?
Maybe flip.
Okay.
You're not gonna drip that?
I would drip it, but.
You grip it, then you flip
it's
it?
a little bit. It's
Like
a
the
little
starter
bit
hat?
different because see, it's a little bit different because I'm looking at me.
Okay.
If that wasn't me, that would be like it's almost kind of like I dripped that already.
Been there, drip that.
Been there, drip.
Been there, dripped that.
This is absolutely a drip. I mean, off the 4-finger ring alone.
Yeah.
Come on.
I loaned my 4-finger ring out to a museum and didn't remember who it was.
And now you can't find
And
it?
I
The
told my
Smithsonian,
wife,
please
I
call
was just
back.
like, yo, somebody got my ring.
Sheesh.
This is the moment we
matter
get
of
it
fact,
back.
I think I tweeted it, and the Smithsonian hit my wife and said, we have it. They were like, we have it. You loaned it to us maybe 10 years ago. Do you want it back? And I'm just like, well, now that I know you got it, then I'm good.
It's like trying to find your keys in the morning in the house.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my ring?
I would
First
be
time it's
really
circle.
upset that you just mentioned that ring if I didn't
but
get that call.
We know where the ring
Right.
is.
Okay.
Now I'm good. I bought it like that. Listen, that's
What?
how my life works.
Okay.
I went downtown. I wanted to
thing.
get some jewelry,
Right.
and
They knew
somebody
you were
ordered a
coming?
Jazzy Jeff ring and never picked it up.
That's fate.
And I literally walked in and picked it up, and I'll even go a step farther. That became the DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince logo.
No way.
That's where the logo came from.
Off the ring.
The
The ring.
ring was first.
Imagine
Incredible.
Imagine the person who ordered that.
Yeah, I mean, you get to look back in time and be like, I was the coolest dude on the planet. A feeling that I will never achieve in my life. So,
Aww.
so drip.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll get
come
there
on.
one day.
Bias is an understatement. I mean, this is drip. It just speaks so many volumes.
Yeah.
Even being in black and white, you still feel the color.
Yeah.
Outfit number 2, Chamber of Fear Air Force Ones. Talk to me. What day is this? What's going on this day?
That, looking at seeing Charlie Mack in the back, that was the Hip Hop Honors Awards in New York.
Legendary Charlie Mack.
Yeah.
Gee.
But that, you know what's funny? Like that was it. That was, Philly was, you find a pair of shoes and you find a Chris Polo shirt that matched the shoes.
That's all you need.
And that's a everyday look.
And you
Right.
got the sidekick on the hip, is it?
Right.
My sidekick name was Jeff at T-Mail. to let you know that I was the first Jeff
one with
that got a sidekick.
You didn't even have to do Jazzy Jeff.
Oh no,
Right,
it was
it's
Jeff
like,
at
not Jeff
Tiva. I was
one,
like,
Wow.
not
yo.
Jeff 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I was like, yo, oh, I hated giving up my sidekick for that.
What year is this? I wonder, because this takes me back. It gives me a Kanye Polo era type vibe.
Kanye was there.
That's
Kanye
great.
was there with A-Track.
That's amazing.
And because I'm looking at the size of my jeans at that time.
Right,
That helps you determine the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the size of my shirt.
Amazing.
I probably was a strong medium there.
Right, but this is like a strong double X?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an X or double X.
And the frames are smaller.
Yeah. You see
shirt-
how
the shirt's bigger,
Shirt's
but the
bigger, frames are smaller.
There it is. There it is.
I'm a skip.
Okay.
I love the
Okay.
honesty.
I'm gonna flip those Air Force Ones because I know they're worth quite a bit of money.
That's a drip. That's a rare Air Force One. I don't think the kids know about these. I like those a lot. People forgot about those. Chamber of Fear. Look it up.
This is a drip for me because it just really, I love seeing certain looks from times where I knew that like that polo to match the Air Force One, like that was a fit. Like
That's
the
how
jean-
people were dressing back then.
Yeah, like people didn't really give a crap about what jeans. I don't know. Do you know what jeans you had on? You know
not
what
at
I'm saying? Like nobody.
It didn't
cared.
matter.
Last but not least, taking it home.
This was mid-pandemic. The very first thing that I did outside, I did a comedy show that was in the parking lot of the Philly Stadium.
Okay.
I got those sneaks my last trip in Japan before the pandemic shut down.
Oh wow.
Those were ones that I missed when they came out.
Acronym press, so.
And it just kind of like,
You knew you would come back to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I ended up getting them in Japan.
Shout out to Japan.
I would drip that. You know, just a basic summertime camo short with some great sneakers, and any shirt would work.
That's definitely a drip. Did you ever get to meet Gritty?
No.
Okay.
Welty.
I can't support Philadelphia sports on any level.
Okay.
You waited till the end of the show
Are
to
you
say
a
that.
Dallas fan?
You waited till the very end.
No.
A Giants
Yes.
fan? I forget.
You had to take a drink on that one. Sheesh, there's a whiskey in there, guys.
Skip.
Okay. After seeing the outfits before, I'm gonna go with Skip because I love nostalgia. I love nostalgia.
Jeff, before we get out of here for the day, we want to breeze to the comment section and see what people have been saying about us on YouTube for the past week, which is always a fun time. We have one from Darth Boss saying, anytime Welty comes to the UK, we roll out the Union Jack carpet. He knows the casual culture. We'll be back soon. Peter says, found y'all from Snapchat and had to find the full episodes. Now I look forward to them every week. Amazing show. P.S. Should I cop the Nike Blazers Sakai's for $600?
No.
Way
No.
too high. No, that would be a mistake. Harish Harjani says, I want to see an FSR Funko Pop collection.
Us too.
Maybe we can set it up. My head's certainly big enough. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Full Size Run. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm at Welty.
James.
Jeff.
She want every color, that's a full size. Full size. Buy a 6 for my kids, bought a 7 for my chick.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Dad here, Trinidad James. Man, this is another season. We're 12 seasons in. That's 100+ episodes. That means if you've already saw 100+ episodes with us, you're subscribed. And if you're not, you need to be subscribed. And if you don't know any better, subscribe.
You know how upset I get when I hear that people aren't? It's like, you're watching this and you didn't subscribe yet? Like, what? Just please.
But even if you've only watched 1 episode, or 2 episodes, or 3 episodes, or 4 episodes, subscribe, please.
Subscribe.
Do it.
Subscribe. Subscribe.